And let me say thanks again to Nathaniel, and of course let me warmly introduce my dear guest. And I say dear guest, it's because I've known you. And Robin, I particularly asked for you to come today, to be here on this very first edition of Conversations with me for this brand new year 2026. No other than Mr. Robin Pissoon, life coach. He's also the CEO of Lifestyle Transformation Center. Happy New Year, a warm welcome, so great to have you.
Thank you, and same to you, and same to our viewers. It's always a pleasure to be here, Z. You know, when they asked me, and they said Monday, I says, who? And then I said, you know what, if you want Monday, it's okay. There's a reason. And obviously there's always a reason. It's a good way to start the year.
Yeah.
Right? And I know you have an exciting topic you want to talk about. And
yes,
let's dive in and see what we can do.
You know, Robin, we always say at the end of the year, which was at the end of 2025, these are the things that I'm going to change.
Yes.
These are the things that I would like, perhaps. These are my goals, things like that. And then New Year would come, and then we'd say our silent little prayers, and we say our prayers, and then we say these are the things. But year keeps going into year, and I'm meeting another New Year, and sometimes some people stay very stagnant with no growth.
Yes.
And perhaps not even setting a goal. And so I felt you were the righteous person.
Yeah. Because many of us make resolutions, right? Or set goals the last month of the year, or probably last week. And some people, even on the last day, you know, they like to do that.
Yes.
I also know I have friends who would write the goals or the affirmations or whatever they want, and they'll write it out in paper, and they light a fire, and then they'll burn it, because they believe that if we do this and we throw it in the fire, we are signaling that it's already done for us, and we burn
out
it out
with the old,
yes,
in with the new.
Yes.
Nice.
So that is one nice way of doing things, right? But many of us, the greatest challenge we have in life is being able to hold true to the things that we want to achieve. because life is continuously evolving, moment by moment, and it's changing. And then while you may have a goal in 2025, December, that song is really nice for the year, then suddenly you are hit with certain things, and then you realize that you can't achieve those goals. It's unrealistic, right? And then you have to adjust yourself or what you had in mind to achieve. And nothing is wrong with that, because if you can't do something, at least replace it with something else. So I would say to our viewers that it is important to make your resolutions, but it is more important to see it through.
Yeah.
And the greatest failure, and everybody, you look at foreign TV, and people say the same thing. You know, I made all these resolutions the last year and the year before, and I followed through on none. How will you get results? How will you bring about change in your life if there's not that commitment to make something happen? So I would say resolutions are great, but following through, the follow-up actions that need to be done is even greater. And the greatest thing you could do is to achieve it.
You're absolutely correct. You know, over this holiday time, I had a lot of time to think. I also had a lot of time to do things one-on-one with my daughter.
Right.
And one of the things that we did, we looked at a movie, Walt Disney, a true story of how he started in his life and the challenges he faced. And what inspired him was this little mouse that he had, and when he was going through these trials. And I recommend you all to look at this movie. As a matter of fact, after I looked at the movie, I called my mother and I said, "Mommy, I just looked at a movie and I felt it was what God wanted me to see."
Yep.
Despite all the challenges, all the problems, all the news, one of the things that he remembered as a child was his father saying to him, "Walt, whatever you start, you must finish.
Yes.
Do not give up."
Yeah.
And I mean, he was at a ripe old age when he
Was
really
successful.
excelled and successful,
Yeah.
but he didn't give up.
You see, a lot of us don't realize we hear all these success stories, but we never dive deeper to find out how they achieved that, what they went through. And we think it's easy. One, it's not easy. Two, it's time-based. And three, if you don't follow through every day, all the time with what you want to achieve, at some point in time, it'll go second nature. It'll fall off, and it would not be your priority again. One of the greatest, I would say, if you want to call it fault, that all of us walk around with is what we call consistency. We are not consistent with what we do. And if I say do affirmations, you do it fast, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you're real excited, but after that it dies.
Yeah.
Whereas, take me for instance, I have been doing affirmations since I teaching this.
Yeah.
And I still do it
Yeah.
because I understand the power of it,
Yes.
right? So when you say I am, how powerful those two words are, and what I'm going to say after I am. So I would always say I am happy, I am blessed, I'm successful. Even if you want wealth, I am rich, right? I'm rich and successful, you know? I am in an amazing relationship. Whatever you want it to be, you are the creator of your reality. And the
Nice.
more you believe in self, and you see, that's the biggest problem, you know. We want to achieve things, but we want to achieve it through others. It wouldn't work that way. You have to make that firm commitment, you know, that I am going to drive this, I'm going to see it through. There are going to be stumbling blocks, there are going to be challenges. What you project may not happen, the time frame may not coincide with what you expected. But everything in the universe have order, divine order. And if you really believe in this greater force, you call it God or universe, it doesn't matter. If you really believe in that, you know timing is everything. Nothing can happen before it's time. All right? If you're going to cook food, you start with something, right? Your recipe.
Yeah.
First, you make the decision what it is you want to cook. The second thing, you have to make sure you have all the ingredients. And then the third thing, you start to put things in place. You might light the stove, put the pot up, maybe boil water. You have different things you'll do.
There's a step.
Yeah, step by
Yeah.
step before you achieve that. And I'm putting it in very simple terms that everybody could understand.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with you wanting to achieve a goal. If you want to lose weight, everybody just want to lose weight, and come the end of 2026, they put on more weight, right?
Well, the thing is, you're correct, eh? People will say, well, I want to lose weight, I want to stop drinking, I want to stop smoking, and then, oh, but carnival, and they say, I'll do it after carnival.
Yes.
You know, things like that, they keep putting it, and you're right, there's no consistency, there's no master plan as structure as to what are my plans in order to reach my goals.
Your goal.
And we'll explore that when we return.
Sure.
This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Let's go to these important messages when conversation about our New Year goals with Robin Kissoon, life coach. When we return, stay with us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Smith, have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Hi, I'm Naka, introducing to you Bridging the Gap, where we touch on the news, discuss social issues and current affairs with a twist. Every Monday to Friday in real time, right here on Real TV.
Hi, I'm Brandon Best, and I'm inviting you to join me right here on Real TV, weekdays 6 to 8:30 a.m.
for
The First Look, as we look at local, regional, and international news and all things entertainment and sport as well. I'm excited to be with you guys. Weekdays, come as we look at solutions for your problems and we talk about burning issues as well. I'll see you guys
For
The First Look right here on Real TV. See you soon.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional, and international viewers. Today, I'm in conversation with Robin Kissoon, life coach, and a person that could really help us get our thoughts together and wash away, help us to deal and cope with the challenges that may come that we don't anticipate. And just this morning, Robin, I was telling a colleague of mine, I said, this is a new year and you need to have a new attitude.
Yes.
That attitude is one, out with the old, in with the new, and don't allow people to steal your joy.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't allow it. You are in control. We, as we said prior to the show, we are in control. There are situations that may come our way. What you're going to do?
Yeah.
Is that you hold your head and ball you know.
You can't.
Or you say, listen, this is what it is.
You
I
have to.
can work towards changing it,
Yes.
but right now at this moment,
Yeah.
I am in control of how I deal with it.
Yeah, you have to stay empowered, right? Because I don't think anybody planned what was happening in terms of all these fines and everything that's going to kick you, right? Nobody planned for that. And can you imagine, you could get one ticket or you could get several. And some people may have to take a loan to pay that because you can't pay it, right?
Well,
Or
there
people-
are many people that live paycheck to
Right.
People are already very compromised when
Yeah.
it comes to
Yeah.
finances. I have been told that in terms of the business community, it was not a nice Christmas.
No,
You know,
a lot of people did not
a lot
make
of
money.
people complained that
Yeah.
the business was very slow. It
Yeah.
wasn't what they expected. A lot of families who, if you're accustomed buying a gift for your child for 500, you bought one for 100 or 50 or whatever. And so people recognize, all right, I'll make my cuts wherever I have to. But the fact is, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's
You
not
get
easy.
up one day and realize things change, so you follow to suit. Now, you could look at it in a negative way or positive way.
Well,
If
it's
the
up to
country
you.
don't have money and the authorities need to find money, and then I heard where the Prime Minister said, well, if we have less deaths on the road, she will look into it. So it's a matter as well of putting your house in order, have things in order, don't break the law.
Yeah.
You know? So we have to look at it in that perspective, I think.
I think the fear of most people, Zelisa, is not the law breaking, because generally we are law-abiding citizens. Right? Generally, I don't speed outside the limit. People has blow on and pass me like if I owe or something, but it's not that. I practice driving within the limit so that
Yes,
so I'll be okay. But at the same time, you will meet a policeman there. And because we've not trained our special police services or whatever, we don't go into training how to deal with people, how to assess situation. Don't just stop somebody. You don't mean every time you stop somebody, you give them a ticket. Because you're going to see more and more videos coming up with police brutality and abuse.
Well, you've seen it a lot already,
Right.
you know.
And that is the sad state of all of this. Nothing is wrong with policing. Nothing is wrong with setting the rules. But make sure those that are policing are right for the job. Right?
Square pegs and round.
Yeah, and that's our biggest problem. So we can't fight that. That is what is, right? So we come back to what we are talking about, resolutions, right? So you could have probably made a resolution in December that you have your dream home this year, you want to invest in that, and financially you can't. Because everything is going up, taxi fare is going up, your grocery prices going up, medical bills going up, everything that you could think about.
So then you are saying what we need to do is prioritize, have
You
a
have to-
list
you have
of
to
what is
prioritize.
important, what
Yeah.
is most important.
To you.
No, I'll tell you something, my daughter keep reminding me, Mommy, do we need this or do we want it?
That's it.
Exactly
Yeah.
what I would say to her, you know, as growing up as she was young. I would say, Malika, is this something you need or you want? You know, what is important? And now I get that back. And I look at that in a good way.
Well, she's reminding you, right?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
could refocus and really ask yourself the hard question, because a lot of things we probably don't
We
really
don't need.
need it, yeah. And you see, we have to live within our means as the first thing, and we have to manage it. Expectations could be high, but reality is different, right? I'm not here to tell people don't have those expectations, because expectations or the desire for change or different is a triggering mechanism for us to invest more time or effort or pray even if we want to pray. Hey Lord, this year I want my house and I'm going to pray more because I want that house. But grace is proportionate to effort. If you only pray, the house is not going to come. Right? You have to make steps that will take you in that direction, right? But what prayer will do is to give you the faith and the belief that you can achieve it. And the second thing is, somehow when we pray, we feel comforted. We feel supported. We feel as though we are not alone. I'm sure when you pray, you feel different. Everybody
Of course, the first thing I do, when I feel discomfort, people may say that it's only when you hit rock bottom or you're in hard times or you're challenged, then you call on God. For me, that's far from the truth. I talk to God. I don't care if
All
people
the
think I'm
time.
crazy.
Yeah, all the
I do get comfort. I do,
Exactly.
because I'm a firm believer in miracles.
How many times you don't have the solution for something? And you just talk to the universe or God, and you say so and so, and somebody calls you.
You're correct. I agree.
Yeah, same thing happened with me 2 nights ago. I went home and showered, and when I finished, I started to pray, and I'm saying to God, look, man, I didn't plan for all these things that's happening, fees, all the different things that is coming my way, but I had to make it, right? And I need a solution, and I'm going to put this in your hand, right? Because somehow I feel I'm stuck and I don't know what is the next move. All right, so guide me through this however you see fit and whatever. I am chatting like that, and I'm trying out and that's my conversation with God. See, I went in my movie room after, and I got a phone call. And this person calls me up and say, hey, I called this. That was about nearly 12 in the night, He says, sorry to call you so late, but I just got this feeling about an idea, and I think it will work, and it will work for you and for me, and all the answers came.
Wow. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't deny yourself the opportunity to connect to God or the universe and to seek out, because if you're not truthful to yourself, if you're not honest, if you're not okay with being vulnerable sometimes, because you have to be. If you feel sad, you're sad. Don't deny that. I feel sad.
You're correct, Robin, because the fact is we are human. We
Yes.
have emotions. We have feelings.
Yes.
And there are times we are disappointed. There are times, we get hurt, we are challenged, and we must have emotions and be able to deal with that as well.
Yes.
So if you have to cry, cry. If
Cry.
you have to bawl.
But always they cry. When you don't cry, feel good.
Yeah. You see, this is over and done with. Now I'm in control of what happens.
Yes.
And don't allow people to ruffle your feathers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. And that is what we have to do. One step at a time, one moment at a time will bring results. The thing about it is that we can't fight the bigger battle, because I'll talk about that. Like, if you look at country, what's happening in the country, you get depressed. You feel helpless, you want to run, different things, right? But if you look at self, answers will come. Because why? You move from out there to in here, and you realize that within you can be peaceful and calm. You may not have the amount of money to spend like you did, and that's okay. Everything is temporary, that's not lasting, right? Also, you may not have the answer like I just said, but it will come. And you may not have the support system, but even that comes. Because if you're open at the right time, the right people will come into your life, and something will happen, right? And we just always go back to that day when I call you on the phone. I am in Port of Spain. I will never forget that, I would fuck coffee by the waterfront there. Just do weird things, Just for coffee, go sit there, right? And I got this inspiration. I called you and I said, so-and-so is the case, man. You need to open your own station. You're going to be the queen of your station. I tell you everything. He was like, in this time, you're talking like, no? I say, yes. COVID, yeah. But what's the best time to invest? Right? So now you're in a nice place, right? All you have to do is ask yourself, what next? And what next again? Don't stop. Because if you feel you reach this level and you feel this is it, well, then you will always start falling away. But if you keep saying, no, this was one level, I'm going to go here. So I'm going to plan how to get here. And then I'm going to plan how to get here. And just keep evolving.
Robin, I also think we need to recognize if you are constantly, now we're saying, we're encouraging you today to don't give up, to persevere, to move forward in full force, out with the old, in with the new. That's the attitude. And I think it's important that if you know that you're doing something over and over and over that formula is not working, then you have to come up with a master plan to change
that.
things a little bit. Get some proper intervention. You write people to advise you, and to get people like your good self, and to get you back on the path to where you have to sometimes change your formula.
Yeah, you see, one of the things we are afraid to do is to talk to people. And if you ask the question, well, why are you afraid? It might be you feel that if you tell people something, they will boo-boo your idea or bring you down, or and all that is true. You have people who will do that.
And trust, you're always looking for trust, because you tell somebody X, Y, Z, and when it comes back, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
So you really have to find professional people if you need to confide or you need to talk to somebody that you feel that you can trust
because there are always solutions.
There are always solutions. I like that. With that, let's go to these important messages. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Speaking of reality, I want to let you know that this new year is going to be a great year for Real TV, because a lot of new programming will take birth. Great things are to come, or already in the making, I should let you know. All right, so let's go to these important messages. But first, let me say hello. I just saw senior producer and director Mr. Robert. Good morning, sir. Happy New Year, and nice to see you early today. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384-7142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Joanne Ogaro, and welcome to Smart Talk. SMART is the acronym for the Single Mothers Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
And I am Melissa Brown. Smart Talk exists to give single mothers and families real conversation, real data, real advocacy.
And I am Shermaine Wickham Howe, President and Founder of the Single Mothers Association, highlighting all issues affecting single mothers, facts, situation, solution, empowerment. So tune in at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday on Real TV with Smart Talk.
Are you reliable, self-motivated, a good communicator, and experienced in sales? Then Good Price Wholesalers is the right opportunity for you. We are looking for individuals to join our sales team in Central and South. Applicants must have their own vehicle, sales experience, good communication skills, and a strong work ethic. If you're ready to be part of a committed and professional team, we want to hear from you. Visit us at number 5 La Pastora Road, Santa Cruz, or call 338-9884 for serious enquiries.
Hi, I'm Naka, introducing to you Bridging the Gap, where we touch on the news, discuss social issues and current affairs with a twist. Every Monday to Friday in real time, right here on Real TV.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Joanne Ogaro, and welcome to Smart Talk. SMART is the acronym for the Single Mothers Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
And I am Melissa Brown. Smart Talk exists to give single mothers and families real conversation, real data, real advocacy.
And I am Shermaine Wickham Howe, President and Founder of the Single Mothers Association, highlighting all issues affecting single mothers, facts, situation, solution, empowerment. So tune in at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday on Real TV with Smart Talk.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional and international viewers. To all of our viewers on Tego, remember to download the app on your phone and you could watch Real TV real time, anytime, you know. Great programming as we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. Now today I'm in conversation with Mr. Robin Kisoon, life coach. He is also the CEO of Lifestyle Transformation Center, and you know, when it comes to getting the right person to intervene, to advise, to help you to get back on track, and sometimes, Robin, that's all we need, you know.
Yes.
Just that one person who would see things
differently,
in a different perspective that you yourself that you never gave any thought to, but now you open up things, you allow people to see things in a different way, and so a different formula. And
it's for sure. As
I
I
know
said,
many
there
families that you would have saved,
Yes.
many marriages.
Marriages, yes. Counseling. Even students, you know, a lot of students who are writing SCA and they start going into panic mode. Some of them actually start shutting down, their grades going down. Some actually start cutting themselves and things. Really, really bad. I work with children like that, and of course we get results because it's amazing how the child will start scoring good again and pass for their choice. So that's also something that is important. And coming back to what we were saying, Zelisa, we must always have hope and live by that there's a brighter day, that something is going to happen for us. We may not be able to see beyond a certain point, and that's okay because everything is changing and reality itself is changing without we understanding why or how it's changing. But what we do know is that each one of us should know ourselves. understand this, it's the most important thing that you can do is to know thyself. And when you start to understand yourself, because this is what you have done without knowing that you have done that, because you came to class, you went through a program, right? You went through a journey of transformation, but now you're experiencing a different life.
Correct.
Okay?
You're absolutely correct.
And you have a child now that you are passing on things, and that's why the child could come back and ask you the question, Mommy, do you want that or do you need it?
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So she's reflecting you now. So the mirror of life is always reflecting back to us everything. The love we have, the joy, the happiness is reflecting that. But also the misery, all the hurt and the pain and the suffering, the fear, the doubts, the anxiety, everything gets reflected back to us. If we cannot find a way to pull ourselves back up to a place where we feel good, where we feel confident, and as I said, money should not be the reason why you are confident. The best relationship may not be the reason why you are confident. It might be the reason or why you become confident. You understand? If
you talk about money, recently I was in conversation, well, we had over the holidays, you would get together with family and you have little gatherings and things like that. I was in conversation with somebody very close to me, and she said, well, money is the root to all evil. And I said, no, money is not the root to all evil, because we have a choice of what we do with the money.
Yeah.
So it's not a root to evil, it's what we do with the money that
you
matters.
could enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
And you could enjoy it. You could enjoy it. For me, it's a gift, right? Money. And if you are being gifted with money, why not enjoy it? Right? Why not make the best of it? It might afford you to travel, right? Understand what I'm saying?
Because people do things, different things that makes them happy.
Right. If you tell a guy who is not into traveling, look, I'm giving you a ticket to go around the world, right?
Yeah.
Cover full expense, he will turn it down.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
It's true that people hate to travel.
If you tell him, man, look, I'll give you a case of whiskey, he'll grab that, right?
Yeah,
because he's well happy with that, right? We're not here, we're not condemning people. We're just saying different things drive different people.
Correct.
So don't go for one fit for everybody. That doesn't work so. And this is why I said it's important to know thyself. If you know what it is that you want, if you know what makes you happy, what will make you happy, and I always say don't plan for the future, plan for today, because today is the only time you have the power to do something. We might go to sleep and don't wake up tomorrow. So if you plan for tomorrow and beyond,
is not promised.
it's not
You're
promised.
Correct. Yeah,
right?
It's about this moment.
This moment. So from this place here, let's talk. Let's see what we can do, what we can change. Baby steps are much more important than making big jumps, right? And plenty of us, we want to make this huge jump in our life or the things that we have or what we want to achieve. But if you do the baby step thing, it's gradual, it's controllable, it's within reasonable limits. You don't get frustrated when you're doing little things. When you make big jumps or big bites and it doesn't work, frustration, fear, all the things start to come in, right? So my advice to our viewers, take baby steps, manageable steps. And when you achieve one, then go again. Right? But do it gracefully. Yeah. Like I like to use that word, being graceful, because go in flow, enjoy it, right? Look for the results. If you go ahead and you need to change something, change it, because you can. You have the power to do so.
Robin, I think you said something that's very important, and I also think I need to strike that balance in life now, whereas you set aside a little time for you, and set aside some time to enjoy the journey. It is important. It is extremely important, and I think this little break, for this little holiday, really, that step back, and I gave myself that time.
Yes, it will bring you back in focus.
It really did. And I mean, as we talk about changes and things we want to do, yes, we have goals and we want to set and we want to work and we have to have consistency and we want to be persistent. But I think this is something you also taught me many years ago. Z, take time, have a coffee, but enjoy the coffee. Sit and taste it and enjoy it. Enjoy time for yourself.
Because
and I say this to my viewers.
Most people put it off for tomorrow or later down. If you don't do it today, you won't do it then. And if when you have the health and well-being, you don't enjoy some things. Some people say, I'll travel when I retire. You wouldn't. Right?
Well, you say that, and then you make all these sacrifices, and in the end you're in a nursing home or in the hospital because you
Or die.
poor health,
Yeah.
or you don't live.
Yeah. And that's the reality, right?
That's reality.
So what I'm saying here is, let's take every day, moment by moment, one. Two, enjoy it. Don't stop enjoying yourself and your life.
Yeah.
Enjoy the things or the people around you.
Yes.
You have that child. How old she is now?
She's 8, she'll be 9.
Right, 9. Just now she'll be in SCA.
Very much so.
Okay? After SCA, she's going to go into secondary school. She'll find her own friends. You will start fading away in the background. She'll only see you when she needs you. Watch, and you will see. It will hurt.
Even now she's into doing her little things and her space and her time. And I respect that.
Yeah. Part of growing up, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't take the time to enjoy the child now, you know?
You know, that's what I said to my viewers last year for the Christmas season. And it's true. Children, they're happy to get toys and they want gifts and things like that. But what they're going to remember when they're 50, 60 years old will be the times you went down on the ground and played with them. Or you played dress up with them or make. You know, those are the things they really enjoy. The quality time that you set aside to spend with them. With that, we need to take a quick break. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation on moving forward in this new year, 2026.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Naka, introducing to you Bridging the Gap, where we touch on the news, discuss social issues and current affairs with a twist. Every Monday to Friday in real time, right here on Real TV.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32 Saddle Road, Maraval.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, our regional and our international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to add value to, answer those unanswered questions. Welcome back to Mr. Robin Kissoon, Life Coach, as we continue to talk to you about embracing this new year 2026. Letting go of all of the negativity, the challenges, the problems, but perhaps approaching things with a different attitude.
Yes. So I would like the last section of this show that we talk about the things nobody want to talk about. So that is, how do we have fun? How do we change the circumstances in our life? If you are worried, if you financially strapped or anything, the first thing we do, we retreat. We go, kind of closing down and feeling everything else is closing, things not working, whatever. I'm asking people to open up. Now is the time to open up when things are not right. Open up, meet people, spend time with people, talk, engage. Engage in discussions that is empowering, not disempowering one. Not to talk about bad things, because that's what we do. When we meet, we talk about things are bad. The country is bad. This is happening, that.
Yes,
we don't talk about the good things that we did make, right?
Yeah.
And like I told you before, if you can't find time and for yourself, right? At some point in time with the child will start to be affected because the quality of time that you spend will not be the right one. All right?
Correct.
So take time for you to refresh, to rejuvenate yourself, and to feel good about you. Because the more you do that, is the more you have to give. And I think this is what is lacking in most people's life. We have had discussions, like in class, we had a dinner, and people were talking about AI, and I says, embrace AI. And they said, no, that's going to take our job. I cannot do that, but everybody's making all. In fact, it turned out into a serious, almost like argument about the pros and the cons. I'm saying to them, whether you like it or not, it's going to be part of the world in the nearest future. So you might as well be open, embrace it, and learn about it. Now, this is who I am, Z. I'm technical, but not in that field. But I wanted to embrace that. I started to research. Google, go on ChatGPT, I sign it up. I do a little journaling and asking myself, well, what it is I'm afraid of? Am I afraid to embrace the technology or the change, Then I set out to do it. And I did amazing stuff. If I show you my phone, you swear I'm talking with somebody. My ChatGPT is so tailored to me that it calls me my name, Robin. It will talk to me like that.
Yeah.
How can I help you today? What would you like today? And it will talk to me in the same way I would do in lifestyle transformation. Because I told it, I says, hey, look, I'm a lifestyle transformation coach. And this is who I am. I tell it all of my personality, things I am, right? And this is what I would like you to do, to mirror my personality. So when I speak to you, you can empower me.
The powerful thing about what you just said here, as far as I am concerned, is the fact that you took the time to empower yourself.
Yes.
Knowledge is power.
Power, yes.
You didn't sit idly by what is this AI thing and thing. You got down to it, you did the research,
yes.
you put it into place. That's the takeaway from what he just said for me.
And we need
it's
to
about jumping in,
dive,
and helping yourself.
Yes. And see, look, things will change. We can't do anything about that. But you don't change with the change in a negative way. Change in a positive way so that you can embrace those changes, right? First thing. The second thing, choose to be the light. No matter what, where you go, what you do, choose to be the light. The more love you have, the more compassion you have, more understanding you have, is the higher you rise all the time. And if it's one thing I would like to tell everybody, if we are more kind to each other, if we are more loving to each other, if we are very supportive, there'll be no problem. Because we'll be there for each other. We'll hold each other's hands, we'll walk together, right? And we'll support each other in whichever way. I look at that and I'm here on air and sometimes I look at my own life and I say everything about my life and whatever. And my kids are grown now. My second son, he has been doing really good. You know that the first one is in teaching with the wife, they have the school, whatever, right? So he has his thing, the second one in medicine. But he has been.
Well, he's a doctor. First, let me
Right.
congratulate you on his success.
You saw it? You
Yes,
did?
I did, and I'm happy that you brought it up because I really would like to have him on the show.
I must ask him.
I really will.
And you know what I'm saying is that it's so warm that the kids, they take care of me. And you know, I might break down trying to tell people that sometimes we don't understand that level of love. You know, my son, he told me this one, I call him and I say, you know, Rajiv, times have changed before you're independent or whatever. And he said to me, he said that, you know, the only reason why I work is to make sure that you all are happy. And that to me was, you know, life-changing because it inspired me.
Well, it's what you do, how you, and people might think, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's about how you invest into your children. I'm not talking about money.
No.
I'm not talking now about an investment you make to start them up. I'm talking about the morals,
Values.
values that you inculcate, the life that you live that teach them.
Yeah.
They are the adults that you're going to produce.
Yeah,
and that is a fact.
And it's amazing when you know you have that support, right? You may not need it to know, but the comfort in knowing that that support is
comfort
there.
and the joy.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Peace
Yeah.
and the joy that you will feel to know that you know what? I'm proud of my kids.
Yeah.
That's all that we want, you know. We
Yeah.
just want to see that
And
they are
each will have
happy.
their own niche, their own.
Yeah, of course, they'll have
I
their
think-
own strengths.
Yeah.
And
The
that's
first one,
something-
he's all about teaching and things, just like his mom. Well, you know, she's
He's
teaching.
an educator.
But I teaching too, right?
Yes.
So he's
yeah.
like that. But the second one, he's in medicine, so and he's very good at what he do.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Achiever. They're both achievers.
Yes.
And I like that you brought that up because it's important that we don't judge children or treat one different because one has a, you know, we must always love them equally and treat them
Yeah,
equally. And
because you know,
invest time into
like the
them.
first one, if he come here and he engage you in conversation, you want to know where he gets all this information from. He reads a lot.
Yeah.
He invests a lot of time into reading, into watching things that educational. So his mind is like sometimes to catch on, like when he's talking. So slow down a little bit, you know.
Robert, we've got to wrap things up. Your closing comments.
Well, my closing comments is that to all our viewers, I think we have nothing but love to share for you. Conversation with Zelisa was built on that, the love that she decided to bring to us and to everybody who is looking on. And I want to say to you guys that if it means that you watch our program because it inspires you or it gives some sort of guidelines or whatever it is, please do so, because we are here to help, we're here to make a difference, and we want to do that. We want to help you. People by now should know my number. If you don't, the number is 720-7090, 720-7090. Please feel free to give me a call. We can chat. You can make an appointment, fine. But your life is in your hands, and the more you learn to love you, and the more time you spend with you, is the more successful you will be. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're welcome. I like the fact that you said your life is in your hands. You create your tomorrows by the choices you make today, by the investments you make, the people that you connect with, how you speak, how you behave. The choices again. It comes down to choices. You know, it's a new year. The attitude is out with the old, in with the new. And have that attitude. Love yourself. A lot of people don't love themselves. Take a little time for yourself to enjoy you and to love you, because if you can't love you, you really can't love anybody else. Yeah? I want to, this is where we're going to wrap things up. Robin, thank you. I hope this year, I know last year you were very consumed with doing all these things, and I respect that, and I really want to thank you for even the telephone conversations.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
feel
grateful.
free, you know, like once I can, I will.
I
you
know,
know that.
I know. So I hope we'll see a little more of you this year, so that we can continue together to empower people via the TV.
Yes.
God bless you. See you soon.
Thanks.
Happy New Year, Rob.
Thank you.
And this is where we're going to wrap things up, reminding you to love yourself, reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Be loving, do what is right at all times, be good, law-abiding citizens, keep smiling, be positive, and always know the best is yet to come. We create our tomorrows. Thank you so much for choosing us here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Great programming continues, so do continue to stick and stay with us, and tell your friends, tell your family members about Real TV, where we bring reality to you. See you tomorrow.